Hello people, it's your boy Osman, back again with another video. This time I'm talking about Manchester United's last Premier League game of the month against Watford, and what an important game it is for us. We've got an amazing opportunity now to obviously leapfrog Liverpool and potentially Arsenal. We do really need to grasp this with both hands and obviously make the most of the opportunity. But first of all, we did get that win against Leicester in our last game. So, like I said in my preview and post-match analysis for that game, I'm not going to get too happy unless we go ahead and obviously beat Watford as well. Because, we need to get back on that winning run. We had an amazing winning streak. And recently we've been drawing too many games. So, I think the Leicester game might be... I'm not reading into it too much because Leicester aren't in a rich vein of form. They're not really necessarily playing amazingly, so I was expecting us to win. So going into the Watford game, I would say I'm quietly confident, but at the same time, it's very important that the players don't get carried away and think we're going to roll them over like Arsenal did. And we all know what happened to Arsenal. They got absolutely hammered, and we do not want to be in that category. But yeah, going into the game itself, as long as we continue to play with the same freedom we did after we eventually scored that goal, well, Mkhitaryan scored, I'm really happy with the way we played. But leading up to that goal, it's just a reoccurring theme. I've said it in my past videos quite consistently now. We're just starting too slow. The players, I think the goal did prove that the players aren't playing with confidence, because after we scored that goal, you could see the difference. The players were playing with confidence. So it's just a matter of getting that confidence up prior to the game itself. Going, playing confident, playing that free-flowing football that we did in the second half against Leicester. And I think we'll have a lot of success against Watford, because I don't actually think they're that good of a team defensively. Although Arsenal made them look like they've got Maldini and Nesta at the back. But, that's a different story. But what I will say, and what I did take from that Watford-Arsenal game is, in particular in the second half, when Arsenal got back into the game, Watford really struggled with pace, and that's something that I really want to see use a lot of by ourselves, but we need to utilise the inabilities to play against pace. They've got the likes of Kabul playing, do you know what I mean? He was never known in his heydays for being a quick defender, and now he's coming towards the end of his career. He's going to be struggling even more with pace. So I want to see players running in behind, threatening their full-backs. In particular, the centre-back, obviously, like I said, Yunus Kabul in particular, I don't think he's that good of a defender. He's decent in the air. So I want to try to avoid putting the ball in the air as much as we can. Although we do have Zlatan, so I suppose he will, he'll bully him regardless if he's good in the air or not. But yeah, what I'm saying is I want to see the balls being played in and behind their centre backs, because they're not that good running back towards on goal. Like I said, we did see them struggling against Arsenal, in particular Iwobi and Welbeck, who was running right against their full backs. So yeah, we've got a pace of our own as well. We've got Martial, who hopefully will be starting. By the looks of it, I think everything's fine with that. I will be touching on that in another video. But yeah, Martial looks like he's going to be playing this game. So that leads me on perfectly for my team selection. Starting with that man, David De Gea in net. No surprise there. Antonio Valencia right back. I think Jones might not be fit to play this game. I do have him on fantasy football, so I would like him to play. But if I'm thinking about United and not myself for a change, that's the rarity. I'd probably play Smalling and Bailey, because there's no need to change really. They've had a week rest. Why not keep it the same? I do believe Rojo's injured. Blind didn't necessarily play amazingly. So this is probably an opportunity for Luke Shaw, to stay a claim in that position. Luke Shaw, please, just come on, step up, man. He's another player. He's got no confidence. I don't know why. Well, I suppose it's probably the psychological factor of the leg break. But yeah, come on, Luke Shaw, mate. You need to step up and you need to get into the team. Midfield, this is where there's it's difficult. We are playing at home, so what I personally would tend to do is be more attacking at home, obviously. So, is there need for Carrick? See, this is basically the dilemma we have. He can either play Carrick, Herrera, Pogba in the midfield three, or he can play 4-2-3-1 and go Herrera, Pogba, and then Mkhitaryan in that number 10, who was absolutely sick, especially in that second half. And against Wigan as well, he was sick in that number 10. So potentially he could do that. Again, I wouldn't mind either way, as long as Fellaini's not playing. With all due respect to Fellaini, he moves the ball too slowly, and I think I'm not too sure how Watford are going to play, given the way they played against Arsenal. But I would still think they've got enough respect for us to come and play a bit cautiously. So we need the ball to be moved quickly. So either need Carrick in there, who is going to move the ball quickly, or Herrera, who's going to distribute the ball as quick as we can and get it forward into those lines and into the channels as quick as we can, and just cause the defenders havoc. So either of those two options, as long as Fellaini's not playing, I would be very happy. Front three, Zlatan up front, no questions asked. On the right, either Mkhitaryan, if Carrick's playing, or Mata if Mkhitaryan's playing, if that makes sense. So if Mkhitaryan's playing number 10, we'll put Mata on the right wing. But if Carrick's playing, I'll put Mkhitaryan on the right wing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it should. Anyway, Martial on the left wing. Why not? I think Rashford has had a nice run of games. He's not done anything particularly amazing. However, I can see that he's improving now from, the game that he had a shock against. Who was it against? I can't remember off the top of my head, but he didn't have a great game. And the game that we just went, he was a lot better. He was getting in he was getting in there. He had a couple of chances. The one that he scarred the ball in particular that comes to mind. The one that he got played in as well behind in the second half. Chances you'd expect him to take, but at the same time you got to remember he's quite young. He has set the bench mark quite high for himself. So it might be might be one of those things. He's suffering from his own sort of amazing start, so to speak, for Man United. But either way, Rashford or Martial. Ideally, I want to see Martial play because I think he's been at the team for too long now. It's getting a bit ridiculous, and people are going to start talking, even though I don't think anything is going on personally. But yeah, overall, the team is more than capable of beating Watford at home. But just what I touched on earlier, it's important that we do start off quickly, especially against a team like Watford. We saw what they could do against Arsenal when they absolutely terrorised them in the first half at the Emirates as well. Bear that in mind. They were away from home, they didn't give a damn. The danger man, obvious one for me, Etienne Capoue, absolutely sublime against Arsenal. He just ran the show, literally violated them left, right and centre. And also they've got, is it Niang? They've just got on loan from AC Milan. He's a decent talent as well, so you need to be aware of that. I'm not sure if he's going to start, but I'm assuming he'll get like 30 minutes or something along those lines. And Deeney is on a decent bit of form. However, I'm not too worried about Troy Deeney. If he does score, just ignore that I said that and don't find this or whatever the hell you don't want to do. But no, we should be okay against Deeney because Bailly is an absolute tank. And Deeney is one of them strikers that likes to get himself about, so I don't think Bailly would have many problems with him. Hopefully. Yeah, so overall, I'm fairly confident about the game itself. As long as we continue with the confidence, we need to start the way we carry on after we score a goal, if that makes sense. So as soon as we score a goal, you can see the change in the team and the positiveness and everything going forward. The players are trying flicks. Mkhitaryan in particular is running with the ball. He's taking people on. Rashford's taking people on. He's running behind. Everything that's good about Manchester United football over the years, we seem to do that when we score a goal and we get that little boost. And I really hope that the players play with that sort of mentality from the start of the game. If they do that, I can see us absolutely slapping Watford. Because like I said, they're not amazingly defending. They're not an amazing defensive team. Arsenal just made them look good. As to do with everyone, because it's shocking. But yeah, so going into my score prediction. This is a tricky one, this. You know what? I'm just going to say 4-0. Why not? Why not? 4-0, let's go for it. I'm going to say Martial gets a couple. The last time I big Martial up in a preview, he wasn't even on the bench. So I don't know if I should. But no, I'm going to say Martial gets a couple. Why not? He might not even be on the team, but who cares? I'm going to back it anyway. So Martial 2, we'll go Mkhitaryan 1, and we'll go that man Zlatan with a goal. Also, do know Wayne Rooney is fit, I believe. So I'm assuming he's going to be on the bench. I don't have anything against Rooney, but I just think, there's better options coming off the bench than Wayne Rooney at the moment. He doesn't tend to offer us that much going forward at the moment. He's just too slow. And like I said, if we're playing, let's just think of a scenario. Just say we're 0-0 at half time and they're parking the bus like other teams have done with us. We need players with pace running behind and we need to move the ball quickly. Rooney and Fellaini, both of them in particular, they don't have any pace. They don't move the ball quickly and they're not necessarily running behind. So that is going to work in Watford's hands. And also on the counter-attack, we're going to be more susceptible to counter because Rooney and Fellaini aren't that quick to get back. So I think that's something Jose, let's not be naive and you just think that we're gonna hammer them. We need to obviously look at their sort of strengths as well. Also, as you know, taking into account the fact that they might part of the bus, which is highly likely because we're Man United, we're a big club, you know. But yeah, feel free to leave your comments regarding your score predictions. Adam Dar, my good mate, did actually leave his comment on the previous preview saying 3-0, and what do you know, it was 3-0, and fair play to him. So yeah, get your comments in. I want to see who can actually get it right. You know, there's no point not commenting and then pretending that you got the score right, because that's just pathetic. I was miles off with the 2-1, but you know, happy I was wrong because it was a better result. Yeah, so happy days. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I will be uploading more regular content. I will be uploading a video after this as well. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And let's hope Man United, you know, if I get 4-0, mate, I'm going to be buzzing. But let's go, United. Let's get the 3 points and let's put a bit of pressure on Liverpool. They're going to bottle it against Spurs. Come on, United. Let go.